You are trying to become a SOC analyst or malware analyst, then this video is just for you to learn one of the basic level things to enter in this domain. Hopefully, we will cover this topic by first theoretically, and then we will cover this topic by practically purpose. So, if you are trying to become a SOC analyst, then you have to watch this whole playlist till the end to become a better phishing email detector. So in this video we are going to cover one of the basic fundamentals of the phishing email detection, which is first we will see in the spam and phishing email, then we will see some of its topic which is very main to detect phishing email, like we will see and we will get into deep in email address, email headers, email body, and types of phishing email which is used by the attackers to fraud or to scam with the people or to get the sensitive information of an organization. So the first thing we are going to see the definitions of the spam and phishing email. The first thing we are going to discover is about the spam emails. And spam emails is a simple technique that is used by the hackers to get your sensitive information from you. So they can use this technique to send you a large number of emails into your email box, or they can send a large number of emails to a large number of people, so that they can indulge a lot of people into these emails, and they can get their sensitive information by entering some of the into the form they like that. So some techniques they used in these math and emails, like they can send you advertising email, they can send you malware distribution email, like software emails, you can download the software, this is free like that. And then they can send you a different scams emails, and then you can see the phishing emails, like a fake login Facebook page and fake login Instagram page, like all these things. In the last slide we saw about the spam emails, and in this current slide we are going to see about the phishing emails. Let me tell you that these both techniques are used by hackers. Their main purpose is same, to get your sensitive information. The main difference between spam and phishing email is that spam email is used by the hackers to send a large number of people to emails. So in the phishing email, they can only crafted email to some of the individuals who have hired seats in an organization to get their sensitive data. So in phishing email, they also act as an authentic source, so that everybody can easily believe on the email, and they achieve their goals by getting your sensitive information. So some of the techniques I mentioned in this current slide is, the first thing is deceptive messages. In deceptive messages, that they try to act like authentic source, so that you can easily believe on the email or a message which is sent you on your mobile number. So the second thing is about malicious link. Malicious links, that they can embed a link in your email, so that they can uh, uh, redirect you on any other malicious website to get your sensitive information. They can also use this technique to attach some of the software files which act as a malware, and then they can access your data. And the fourth point, the most hackers use this point, that they are trying to create urgency or fear tactics, so that you have no time to think about the email, and you can uh, g- they can indulge you to leak your sensitive information by your own self. So hopefully we have covered the first topic, which is definitions of spam and phishing email, and then we are going to cover about this email address on which we can detect the spam or phishing. Also contains three parts, like username or user mailbox, at the rate, and then domain. So I already mentioned the example, like attacker at the rate hotmail.com, and in this, attacker is just act like a username. We can replace this username from John by John, Uzafa, Ali. There are a lot of names from where you can present your email box. So then we can write at the rate, and in the last we write about the domain on which mailbox we want to send our email. There are a lot of domains like gmail.com, like yahoo.com, hotmail.com. You have to saw on which mailbox you want to send your email. So these are the basic things on about the email address. You have to know about the email. So because the first thing we're going to saw on the email is about the email address, because in this thing we mostly say that this email is suspicious or authentic email. We are going to cover the email delivery. It contains three parts. I divided in the email delivery into three parts. The first thing in the email delivery we see about the SMTP protocol, which is simple mail transfer protocol, which are used for the sending your email to receiver email box. It is just act like a postman which delivers your email from your home to your receiver's home. So it is responsible for only two things. The first thing I mentioned in some of the bullet points, that they are used to send email out from your email box to the email server. Then email server use the same protocol to send the email to receiver's email box, and then when the receiver reply your email, then same protocol can be used to send the email from the receiver email box to your email box. The second part of the email delivery is about the POP3 protocol. POP3 protocol is used by the receiver and mail server, which is used to store your email address till when your receiver comes online, and then it will send your email to the receiver email box and automatically delete the email from the server. And you can only access the email again from your own computer, and you cannot access the email from any other computer. Third part of email delivery is IMAP protocol. It is another protocol which is also used to receive your email from the sender end, and then it allows you to read your email without downloading them from the server. It means that you can access your email from any other computer, any multiple. I can say that you can access your email from multiple devices, but in the case of POP3 you cannot access the email from the multiple devices. In POP3, email automatically delete when the receiver receives the email when he comes online. In IMAP, you can easily access your email to any other device, so that you cannot lose your email. Got the picture from tryhackme.com to get or to give you a graphical representation how sender sends the email to receiver email box. So you have a computer on which you have to write an email, and then you have your email address from where you can send your email to receiver email box. One thing more you can get this, uh, you want to get to send the email is about receiver's email address, which is billy at the rate johndewey.com. So when you send the email brought from your computer to SMTP server, SMTP server gets your email box, your email address, and the receiver email address, and then it will send to the DNS server, which is domain name system server, from where the it gets the exact location of your receiver's email box. When it gets the location or get the details of your receiver email box, it will again send to the SMTP server. Now SMTP server get the your email, your receiver email box address, your sender email box address, and the exact location of receiver email box. Then it will send to the firewall point forth, and it will send on the internet, and the other side of the internet they will again cross from the firewall, so that they can detect that this email is suspicious or not, and then they will send to the SMTP server, from where I already told you that they will get the details that from who sent the email, what is an email like, attachment list, and everything. They will analyze SMTP server. This SMTP server is from the receiver end, and then it will see that which your I must say that your organization, which protocol your organization sets, like POP3 IMAP. I already told you that POP3 is used by a receiver end to receives the email address and to send the email address to receiver email box. The difference between POP3 and IMAP is that POP3 stores the cannot store the email, and IMAP will store the email, so that you can access the email from multiple devices. I give you an example of IMAP, that Google is using IMAP protocol in their email servers by the receiver end. So this is a graphical view. The first thing you will have to craft your email. You should have two things like receiver or sender email address, then it will go through the SMTP server. SMTP server sends the receiver email address to DNS server so that they can get the exact location of your receiver email box, and then DNS server will send back to SMTP server the exact location details, and then SMTP server send the email to receiver SMTP server. Then it will goes towards the in 7 point pop through IMAP server, and then it will at the end receives the your receiver receives the emails which is sent by you. Next thing we are going to see about the email headers. These email headers is very important in sending the email. Like email headers contains the metadata about your email, such as its origin, root, or content type. In content type, you can say that is there an attachment in your email or not. Route, in which route it is going to follow to send your email address, and the origin from where you are going to send the email. The basic email headers for you can check to detect emails are from subject, date to CC. CC means that if you are going to send this email to many people, like I already told you that in the spam phishing email, attackers use to send this email to a large number of people. This can only be done by CC email headers, and reply to that. If you got an email and you are going to reply it, then on which email address you are going to reply the your receiver email address. This slide I will going to teach you how to check your email headers in your email. So you have to open your Gmail and click on any email, and then this screen will open in front of you, and you have to click on the three dots which is almost residing here, and then this tab will open in front of you. You have to click on the show original button, and after clicking on the show original button, it will opens a new window in front. A new window will be popped in front of you. So it is all showing email headers of your email. It is sent you by a sender. Like the first thing is showing that delivered to. This email is showing that on which email address the email received, and received by email header shows that the IP address of your email box, and the date, time, each and everything will be mentioned in the email headers, because it is a metadata of your email and you can get a lot of information in your email headers. So don't try to check the email headers when you are going to analyze the suspicious emails in the organization email boxes. In this current slide, we're going to cover some of the basic concepts like sending or reply to email. So, in the sample email, the sender email address is this. This means that the email which is originally sent in your email box is from newsletter at their end.ankitech.com. Okay, so let's suppose that you have received the email into your email box and you have to reply the email. Then you have to know that you are not going to reply the email to this email address. There's another email on which you will reply to the specific person, like replied at the end.ankitech.com. So there's are two different headers, which like sender header or reply to headers. You have to check both headers when you are going to analyze the suspicious email in an organization or your personal email boxes. So you have to know about these two concepts. Here we will see about the email body, because it plays a very important role, which attached by the attacker to steal your important information from your email boxes, from your email body. There are two parts which are very important, is to show your email, like plain text or HTML. In the plain text, you can see a description of about your email, like the content which is written in the email is shown by the plain text, and HTML we can use to represent the pictures or colorful text. We can use the HTML tags to represent them. Email body, we can check the some of these things to detect the phishing email. Like we have to get into the email headers and saw the IPs of the phishing email, the links embed in them, pictures, spelling mistakes, which are often uh, do or did by the attackers. And base x64 data, the some of the emails contains I must say that encoded data, so that we can not exactly know about the email what is actually written in it. So we have to decode it by using the tool cyberchef, which we will saw in next couple of the videos. And then we will see about the domain of the sender's emails, and then content, just like with the content time means any attachment with the email, like document, exe file, or just like of these things. We have to saw all these things to detect the phishing email. Here's the graphic representation of your email. We can actually analyze that this all thing I already told you that two main things in email body are plain text. This thing is included in the plain text because there's no picture. It is a simple text which is shown, which will shown by in your email address. So this thing can use a plain text technique, and then to show the image, or to show the, I must say that colorful text, we can have to use the HTML tags. So we have to use two things. To first thing is plain text, like a simple text we have to send in our email box, which it can only use the plain text. And if we are going to send the pictures or colorful text, we have to use the HTML tag to do all of this stuff. Topic we are going to cover is about the types of phishing emails. There are a lot of types in the phishing emails, so we should know about the types. In the next slide, we are going to cover about the some of the basic types of phishing emails. Mention some of the phishing email types. There are a lot of phishing email type, but I mentioned some of them which are most common used by the attackers. The first type is spam. I already told you about the spam that the attacker tries to send the emails to a large number of people, so that they can indulge the large number of people to get their sensitive information. Phishing email is just like authentic source, so that they can get sensitive information to some of the specific individuals which have higher seats in an organization. The third technique, email type, is, I must say, spear phishing, which is sent to only specific targets organization, like higher level target. I already told you phishing. It is a upper version of phishing email type, which is spear phishing. So the next type is whaling. Whaling, I already told you that it is also act like a spear phishing, and this is a more just a same purpose like a spear phishing, and it sends this the attacker sends the email to higher level executive like CEOs, CFOs, to get their credentials and hack the organization system. The next type is smishing. In the smishing, attacker sends the text messages to the targeted mobile users, so that they can get their sensitive information. And sometimes they can send the links in text messages, so that the receiver clicks on the domain, and then they can get the access of their mobile phones and get to and try to get the stolen data of the individual. So the wishing is the same thing like smishing, but there's a small difference between wishing, that instead of sending text message to the targeted mobile user, they can make voice calls, so that like they can use bots to get the sensitive information from an individual, or the whole organization. So these all things we will cover in the phishing email fundamentals. The next time we will saw how to detect the phishing emails manually, and then we will see how to detect phishing emails by automatic automate of the tools.